Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So today guys, we're going to be installing a reverse camera on the Vauxhall Corsa D 2009. And basically guys, how we're going to do this, in a previous video of mine I installed an auto pumpkin stereo. It came included with a reverse camera itself, but you had to drill holes in it, and I didn't want to drill holes in the boot of my car, and basically the wire was too short to reach from the back to the front, so I didn't want to mess around with that. So instead I spent another £30 on one from eBay, and I've seen it in a video before and it works really well from what I've seen. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide of how we're going to go through and install it without having to solder anything. We're going to be using T-clips. And basically guys, let's just see how it goes. It also has an XNM LED light as well, so you can see in the dark when you're reversing as well. And basically guys, it shows up on the auto pumpkin stereo screen itself that I installed. So once you put it in reverse, you will obviously be able to see on the screen the camera from behind when you're reversing. So it's just going to make life a lot easier. And yeah, let's get into it. This is what we're going to be installing today. It would have been the auto pumpkin one here, but you have to drill holes into the back of your car. So I'm just going to show you this one now. This is what I mean by when you have to drill a hole. So it's got all of these wires, and basically you have to cut a hole about just under your plate there for it to go through. And guys, it doesn't have the LED lights around, which is not going to be good for in the dark because you're not going to be able to see. So I thought this wasn't really the one for my car. So we're going to get rid of them, and instead we are replacing it with this bespoke model, Autotech Direct, and it's a HD one as well. So I'm just going to unbox that one for you now. And as you can see, we've got the wires here, and this is a lot longer than this short one, and it just does not reach to the front of the car where I need it. So I've got this one with a lot longer wires, and then here is the main bit itself that we're going to be installing, and where the plate light is. And as you can see, it's got LED lights there, so you'll even be able to use it in the dark. And this is side by side, so you've got no lights around there, but as you can see there, it's quite clear that that's a light. And where this plastic is, you'll put the bulb through there. Also guys, as well, with this you do have to solder, but you don't if you buy these T-tap connectors, these blue ones here. And basically guys, I'll show you them up close. You have this blue one here, and you have this case here. And basically guys, we're going to be getting these pliers and we're going to be clipping them together like that. What this means is that we don't have to mess around soldering loads of different wires. Instead, we can eliminate the soldering by using these T-tap connectors. This should be fairly easy, should only take about 5 minutes. So let's go and install this reverse camera. As well guys, I'll put a picture here of the diagram of these T-clips in the blue, so you have a better understanding of what it all means. Once you've read that, you'll have a better understanding of what we're actually going to be doing, rather than me just saying, oh yeah, we're going to swap soldering for these T-clips. Obviously that's what we're going to be doing today, and that is all you really need to know for today's video guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you have any questions, then just comment it down below and I'll try my best to get back to you. So we're going to be using this crimping tool as well, which will obviously crimp these together. You can also use pine tools, but I've got a crimping tool today. But the first thing I'm going to do guys, I've got these keys for both sides that go in the auto pumpkin, and basically we're just going to be taking the stereo out. And as you can see here, this is what it looks like when it's not connected with a reverse camera. So if I take it off, it goes back to normal, but when I put it in reverse, it's just showing this sign at the moment because obviously there's no camera connected, so it's not picking up anything. So once this is installed, it'll obviously pick up. So I'm going to use these keys right now, and I'm going to take out the stereo so it's all ready for when we plug this in after we've used all the T-tap connectors. So let's go and T-tap all the wires together with this crimping tool, and then obviously we can bring it all the way from the back. Just going to try and figure out of how we're going to get it all the way around here and neatly get it into the back of here. So let's go and crimp these T-taps together. Alright then guys, we're going to take off this piece of plastic here. We've got a wire just there that we need to take out. Just want to pull on it just here, so it just comes out just like that. So that's the wire here, guys. And what we're going to be doing is we've got these wires here, and we're going to be connecting the blue cap to the wire, joining it to this wire here, so that it will run straight through, and that should make this reverse camera start working. We're going to be connecting this blue clip here onto this blue and purple colour. It's a mixed colour, guys. And what we're going to do is just wrap it around the wire here and then close it up like that. And then this is where you get your crimping tool, guys. Now once it is crimped on, we can now get this piece here and connect it onto the end of the bit we just crimped. So it should just go in nice and smoothly like that. You want to get another T-tap and you want to put it round this black wire that you can see there and just crimp it again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off the inner back panel on the car. So left and right. So guys, just take it off, and that's what it looks like, just here. So once we've taken that off, it should look something like this. Now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to feed the wires through underneath the plate there and bring it all the way through up to here. So guys, what I'm doing is I'm getting a flathead screwdriver. All I'm doing is I'm taking it out on the passenger side. So we're just bringing it down the original light here, and then we're just untwisting it and taking it off. So we can put this one to one side and get rid of that one. And now we're getting the new one, and where you can see the hole there, we're plugging it through just like that. And then what you want to do is get the wire here, the yellow point with the little bit of red there, and then you want to feed the wire through this hole here. We fed the wire through the inner back panel, guys, and it has come through from the back panel to the bumper. So you have to get your fingers through the back bumper near the number plate light, and you need to feel around for the wire connector. This is a little bit awkward, guys, but it is possible. And then once you've done that, it should come out just underneath where we took out the original piece, and you have the wire there. So now, guys, once both of them are connected, we're getting the video wire and we're plugging it into the yellow piece here, so it'll make it a lot easier to just pull it through. You want to pull from this side here at the back of the bumper, and you want to pull where it was just here now, so it goes back through here, so you're feeding it through. Just pulled it through, as you can see now, and now we're going to clip the camera into position just underneath here. Just grab it here, and it should just clip in place and look just like that. So now you want to get the power lead and connect it into this part here, so it's the red to the black. You get the video lead, and we're going to feed the wire through here, so it goes up to where you can see here. I fed the wire through here, as you can see there, and you can see it's just come around here and it's gone through the back over there, so you can see it comes up from there. So that is that bit done. Alright guys, so now we're going to get the power lead and we're going to feed it through just here. So as you can see there, we can thread it through again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the power source up, and then the rear part of the camera should be all wired up. So now we're going to connect our camera power lead into this part here. You just rip it apart, as you can see I've done there. And we're going to T-tap it together so we've got some power. Get our live wire, the red one, and we're going to crimp this together. And once you've clipped the T-tap on, we're going to put a spade connector there so we can connect it. So here's a spade connector there. So what we're going to be doing first, guys, is just stripping a bit of the wire, 0.75. And then once we've done that, twist it together so it's all neat. And you just want to get the spade connector, guys, and put this point into there. And you don't want to bring it too far out, guys, because it will go through, it just won't work. Just get your crimps again, and you want to go on the blue dot on 2.5, and then just squeeze it together like that, and now it should be in place. And then you want to get the T-tap and the spade and just plug it in like that. And now guys, we're feeding it all the way through this time so it's fully done. So it should pull out there. And as you can see, it's all neatly in, and it should meet up with this part again. And now you want to split the power leads in half, and then you want to put the spades on. Now guys, you want to crimp it on blue again, on the 2.5 on the blue dot. Like that. And guys, you want to do that on both sides, so it should look something like that. Then once you've done that, you've got the 2 T-taps there, and you're going to connect both spades to them. To this wire here, the red one, to the purple and blue. So just like that. And then you want to get the black wire with the black wire. Just like that guys, so it should be done now and ready to go. Once you've done that, you want to get the wire that we took out originally from there, and you just want to plug it in. So it should just go in like that. Alright then guys, and now you want to get the inner back panel trim, and you want to put it back in place. So it's all back in place just like that, and you just want to make sure all the rubber flip back over. And that guys is it done. So now we need to feed the wire all the way through somehow and get it to the front of the stereo over there. What we're going to do is we're going to go back in the car and put it in reverse, and it won't come up on the screen yet guys because we need to connect the wire into the back of the stereo. But now what it should be doing is it should light up at the back, as you can see there, which it is. So it is working. All we need to do now is just feed the wire through and then into the front of the car, so it shows up on that screen back of the car when you're reversing. Getting the yellow wire, I'm going to feed it through there guys, so it comes round past the seat. So basically it'll be behind this trim here at the back, and I'm going to bring the plastic off. It shouldn't be too hard to get off, and I'm going to try and drop it down so it's at the bottom on the floor, so we can then feed it from there so it drops down, and we can lift this plastic up, and then it can come all the way across through there and then into the back of the stereo. So I'm just going to take the seats down guys, so it's like that. And now we have more access to the back. So what we're going to do is feed it through there, and I'm going to drop it straight away to where this point is here. Take this off just like that, and now I should be able to get my hand from here to feed straight through, so I can grab the wire. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it so it goes straight down. So you just want to get the wire and drop it straight down there, as you can see. And it should guys come down here. As you can see there, I've managed to grab the wire now guys. You can just pull it through like that, and now we're going to go to the point where it goes straight across and drops and goes straight down there. We're going to lift the seat back up so we can feed the rest of the wire through. I had to take the bottom seat off as I couldn't reach the wire because it comes out under this little hole right there, and you can literally just see, you can barely even grab it. So I had to take the seat off to grab it. So then once I grabbed it, I just tucked it straight under here guys, as you can see, just like that. And now we're going to carry on tucking it in just under like that until we make it to the kick panel. You want to wrap it around again so you get to here. We need to lift this piece of plastic off. You literally just pull it up with your hand like that and take it off. And now we're just going to tuck the wire underneath. So guys, you literally just flick it up like that. So you undo one clip and you just push this back as well so you can get it out, and that will make it easier. And it should look like that. So as you can see, it's off now. So now we can tuck all the wire underneath here into the wire channel so it's all nice and neat and you can't see any wiring. You want to make sure it's properly tucked in guys, and just move all the way up to here. It should look like this. So guys, once you've got it down to about there, you want to make sure that it is tucked in behind this little piece of carpet that's bringing back. You can even tape this, which will make it a lot easier. So as you can see, it's just running all the way up to the end of the carpet there, and you just want to keep carrying on. And then you want to feed it up through the dashboard. And then guys, once you've done that, you can obviously clip the thing back on. But now I'm literally wiring, and I'm going to zip tie some zip ties around so I can bring it just across here, and then obviously straight through there, right up to a stereo. You can't really see because obviously it's just full of wires, but that is where it's going to be going, so it will feed through there and straight up to here, guys. So now, as you can see, we put one zip tie on there just so it holds the wire in place, and that is the only zip tie we're going to be using on the wire, guys, because now it's just literally just going to feed straight through there like I showed you. Alright guys, so I'm going to put the trim back on now. We're going to start with this side first. So like that, guys, just clip it back in place, and you need to make sure this is above it, guys, as well, so it's not stuck. So it should look like that all the way around, and that is it back in place, guys. So now we can tuck the wire through to the stereo. So we pull the stereo back out, guys, and now we're going to feed the wire through here. And as you can see there, I've got the wire. Now we're just pulling it through. It just needs clipping in into this one here. And as you can see on the label here, it says reverse con. So that is where we're going to be putting this T-tap. So we're just going to T-tap there, and we're just going to crimp it together again. It's crimped together now, so now we need to get a spade, and you want to connect it to the red wire that's connected to the yellow one that's plugged in. And then same again, get the crimpers on the 2.5 on the blue. And then guys, just crimp it together again. And then guys, the final part is to literally just connect the T-tap and the spade again. And now we can put the stereo back in, and we can see if the reverse camera is working. And then guys, you just plug it back in. And now guys, we can literally just push it back in place. And then once it's back in place, put it in reverse once the electrics are on. You can see the back of the car. And once you take it back out, back to normal. And there you have it. That is the reverse camera. The picture obviously isn't brilliant at the moment, but this is literally because it's dark outside, as you can see. So I'm going to do a comparison versus the day and night. So this is night, guys, and I'll show you when it's daylight. And this is what it looks like, guys, in the daylight. As you can see right there, on camera again, it is a little bit pixelated and looks like it's flashing, but it really isn't, guys. That is what it looks like on the reverse camera, and it is literally so good. It doesn't beep, or like if you're getting close to something, it doesn't beep like a modern car would, but it's a 2009 Corsa, guys, let's be honest. This is as good as it's gonna get, and I'll show you when I'm going back as well. That is literally in sync to where I'm going. So now as well, when it looks like I'm close to something, like right now, it literally looks like I'm right up against the fence and I can't go any further. But you can see here, guys, that I can literally go that little bit more and I'm fine. It helps out so much. That is how reactive and good it is. So if I put it in reverse, guys, and go to the back of the car, you should see it lights up still at the back. Right there, and that is the reverse light. As you can see, that is the reverse light installed on the Vauxhall Corsa D 2009. But that is another success, guys. I hope you did all enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, then just comment it down below in the comment section. But that is it finished, guys. And that is it from me today, guys. I will see you all in the next video. See you all later.